Welcome back to my channel. NaNoWriMo has officially started at this stage, and you're probably saying, what the hell are you doing recording a video? You should be writing. That's true. As I said in another video, I'm not too worried about the word count nor winning NaNoWriMo this year. For me, it's about writing every day, and that's all I'm focused on as far as that's concerned. This whole video, I wanted to post something to sort of lend some encouragement to other people who are doing NaNoWriMo this year, and give some advice about staying motivated, for writing every day and staying on target, loving your story and not giving up. If you get halfway through NaNoWriMo and then you say, well, it's too much, and you give up, your story's just going to die, it's just going to fade away, and you rob yourself if you do that. There's a couple things that I wanted to go through in shooting this. And I'm having to read off this notebook because I'm not used to being in front of the camera, and I've got a lot to say in this video, so you'll have to bear with me. Okay, so the first part of this, I want to talk about finding your inspiration. In my mind, this comes down to asking yourself some questions, determining what it is that you're curious about, what you're passionate about, the things in other books that you've read that inspire you. I think if you can find those meaningful pieces, you can sort of plan out the kind of story that you're going to naturally be good at writing. Second part of this is to keep in mind, in this day and age, you can publish your book. Self-publishing and ebooks, those things have paved the way for your average person to devote the time needed and actually write a book and see it through to the end. There's really no excuse right now not to write other than you don't want to or you don't have the time. Those are personal decisions, but if you really want to write, the door is open. You can manifest that kind of dream. One thing I would recommend, check out videos on YouTube. First part of that, look for videos made by indie authors that show them unboxing their first published book. When you see that emotion on their face, that excitement, seeing them being overwhelmed by holding that book in their hand, that is very powerful. And if that's what you want for yourself, you just have to remember that it's possible. The only thing that's standing between you and that is doing the work, investing the work every day, doing your rough draft and your second draft and your third or however many, revision, beta readers. Be willing to commit to all of that to see it through, and that'll one day be you. Another part of this, look for videos by famous authors that you like. Listen to their stories. Some of them, it took them years to write one book. So I would say don't focus on trying to write a book in 1 month. Focus on creating that discipline of writing every day and developing your love and passion for writing. If you can do that, the time frame doesn't matter. Now, one day you may be under contract from a publishing company or something, so you might have a deadline then. But that day's not today, so it doesn't matter if you hit 50,000 words in 1 month or not. Another part of that, build yourself a support base if you can. Doesn't matter if that's family or friends, your partner or whoever you can find. If none of those people work out, try to establish yourself in a writing community, and NaNoWriMo has a great writing community. So reach out to people, talk to them about your work, reach out to them when you're having a bad day, when you didn't write as much as you wanted, or you wrote something and you look back at it and you said, oh, that is, such crap, I'll never be able to do this. Talk to people, and they will help encourage you to keep doing it. Last little snippet of that, invest yourself in your story. Try to do everything that you can to just be blown away by the idea, whatever it is that you're working on for your plot and your characters. Try to make it as real to you as you can. Immerse yourself in the world. Let it become one of the most important things in your life, and if you can do that, you're less likely to give up on it because you're going to be inspired to go back to it every day. On that note, I also want to say, think about recording little snippets of your journey of writing, especially on days where the writing goes good. Before you go to sleep, if you've had a good night of writing and you wrote a scene that you loved, or one of your characters did something that made you laugh or cry, record those down on paper or however you want to do it, and then when you have a hard day, you can go back to it. And that's something I wanted to touch on. I'm going to read something. It's a little long, but it's a snippet of my journey with my novel. So, this is September 10th, 4:56 a.m. I'm getting ready to go to bed, but I wanted to write this down first before going to sleep. Tonight I wrote nearly 5,000 words on the novel, which brings my word count to a little over 40,000. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's moving along. I met a new character tonight. One that I hadn't planned on writing exactly, but I think he's been running around in my head for a while now. He's an odd one, but like all the rest, has some redeeming qualities. His name is Clay, and he's the foreman of the warehouse for the hotel where Scarlett, Rachel, and Christian meet for the first time. I want to remember this night that's passed and the feeling both of gratitude and joy that I have from the writing, the novel, and the journey that it's been so far. May this feeling continue in the days ahead so that I can stay on course underneath the beam that leads to this future that I'm creating. That probably sounds cheesy, but it means the world to me because not every day is going to be a day like that where you write and you feel super inspired or in love with what you're doing. There will be days where when you step away from the keyboard or you put your notepad up, you think, man, can I do this? Is everything I do terrible? There's a lot of doubt and some anxiety, and it's not simple. But those rare moments when it really clicks, that's meaningful, and if you hold on to them and record them, you can go back to them, and that'll help you stay on track and not give up. So going on an end note here, I just want to say good luck to all of you who are doing NaNoWriMo this year. Have faith in yourself, believe in your story, don't let anything stand in your way. Even on the days that are hard, don't give up, keep writing, especially on the days that are hard, because if you can just force yourself to keep writing and keep going through it, eventually the hardness, it sort of diminishes. You find a sort of pace in it, and you build your own confidence after a while. It just becomes second nature to write. As usual, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you're doing NaNoWriMo this year. You can add me as a buddy. I'll leave my profile for NaNoWriMo in the description. That's about all for this video. In the next video, I'm thinking I'm going to try to read an excerpt from the novel. I don't know what else I'll include in that yet, but there again, it is getting late. Currently it is almost 1:30, and I need to start writing. So thanks for watching. Good luck.